Any products or equipment in this video are paid for solely by ourselves. We have zero sponsorships with any of the companies named in this video.
Because nobody knows who the fuck we are. Hey, it's Aaron with Flaming 3 Dynamics. Thanks for watching. We're going to talk a little bit about helmets today. Two of the ones I'm using the most now. And also we're going to take a little look at how good we have it today as far as helmet goes compared to what we used to have. The very first helmet that I have, the oldest one that I have, is a World War II Korea era helmet. Very, very thin. Basically no ballistic protection. Thin removable liner right here. And then a basic chin strap. I cannot imagine this thing would be very comfortable to wear and run in or things like that. Next one is like a 90s to early 2000s style. This is the style I wore when I went through boot camp way back when. Obviously much better ballistic protection than that other one. The liner system, you got your sweatband right here, semi-adjustable to kind of get it tighter on your head. And then used to, we'd have to buy a foam donut to put up in between the helmet and this to protect the top of your head, especially running, things like that. If you didn't have that foam done in there, it'd beat you to death. Basic chin strap, one button. Obviously better than the last one, but still kind of a piece of shit. So moving into more modern stuff is like the first cheapest option would be a bump helmet. This is a Team Wendy bump helmet. It's probably from 2015 or 16. It's been gutted. We'll talk about where those guts went here in a minute. But if you're looking for a cheap helmet setup with no ballistic protection for like just running nods, for hog hunting or airsoft, LARPing with your buddies, whatever you want, a bump helmet's a really good option for that. Obviously, it lets some heat out with these vent holes, lets some air in. Comes with all the stuff for attaching whatever on there, your patches for your, cool guy shit, and it has a built-in Wilcox Shroud, so that's a plus. And it also ships with an excellent pad and retention system. So if you're wanting to get into a helmet for cheap, Team Wendy bump, OpsCore bump, lots of people are making them. Do your research, buy from a good brand, you'll be fine. If you're just wanting to run night vision strictly for hunting or something like that, or you don't want a helmet, you also have things like this old Skull Crusher. Guys either love or hate these. I personally can't stand them. They've always been uncomfortable to me. But a lot of companies are making a lot better versions like the Cry Nightcap and a couple others. But if you're just wanting something to run night vision with and nothing else, this is a good option for you. So moving into the first duty style helmet, it's going to be this ACH. I believe these are Naruto's Shroud and a Rhino mount. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. I believe that's the company that makes those. It's for PBS 14. Then as far as if you need identifiers or any of that kind of stuff, basic Velcro brand stuff, stick it onto the helmet cover or the bare helmet, whatever you got. Let it get good and adhere to it, and then stick your patches or whatever on there. I did that for this TNVC Mohawk that I'm running on the back. Velcro on the back right here, and then a strip right there, upside down T-shape. Stick this TNVC Mohawk. This thing is a really good buy if you're needing a counterweight, depending on the model you get. I believe they offer like 3 different models. This one comes with a little battery placard, or for chem lights, shotgun shells, 1, 2, 3 batteries, AA's, whatever you need. Comes with one of those, as well as it ships with 4 of these lead weights. So you can add to or take away depending on how heavy your night vision device is or how much weight you want for a counterweight. So that's a really good option. It comes with it when you buy it. Also comes with the bungee system right here that you see. This is just an MS-2000 strobe. Guys, don't get wrapped around the axle with strobes. You hardly ever use them. They're super annoying if you're at a range and you just have it on for hey, I'm here, don't shoot me. Being that close to other shooters running strobes is super annoying. So don't get wrapped around the axle with strobes. There's plenty of good options. Unity Tactical, S&S Precision make these little disposable strobes. They last quite a while. When they're done, you can't change the battery. You just get rid of them, replace it with a new one. But this one, same thing. I just took the male side of the Velcro, stuck it on the back of the strobe, and then let it, adhere real good, and stuck it on the TNVC Mohawk. That liner system from that Team Wendy bump went into this. It's been in there since 2016 or 17. It has held up great. It's excellent. It uses their BOA closure system. You simply pop it out to release the tension on these bands right here on the side, if you can see those. And then once you put the helmet on, simply click it in and turn the knob. You can hear it clicking. and that tightens up the retention on the side of your head, makes it super comfortable. And that's about all there is to say about this one. Moving on to my current setup. This is an Ops Core Super High Cut. It comes, whenever you order one of these, it comes with a ton of different thicknesses for pads, from super thick to medium to small or to thin. For me personally, I had to put the thin pads in. It also comes with a lot of stuff up front and the back that you can remove if you don't want it. I took that out. I also was not a fan of their retention system. There's nothing wrong with it. For me, it was just uncomfortable into the side of my head right here. So again, replace that with a Team Wendy boa. Works the same. Pull it out to release the tension. Push in the dial and turn it to adjust the tension. You can see those bands right here. Like I said, running the thin Ops Core pads. No issues there. Moving on to the side, I get questions why I'm running 2 lights on here. This one's just a Princeton Tech. I use this for admin purposes, or anytime I don't want a super bright light, you know, coming from my position for like checking maps, taking notes, whatever. I use this light. On this one is a Surefire 340V Pro, and it's sitting on a Theorem, I believe it's how it's pronounced, mount. If you can see that mount actually rotates 360 degrees. So this is white light. It has 3 settings for off, IR, and white, just by turning the bezel. So why that's important for me is these particular RNVGs that I'm using are Photonis Echo tubes. If you know anything about night vision, that you know that the Photonis Echoes do not do super great in really low light. So being able to turn this on to the IR setting and illuminate the direction I'm traveling or the target I'm looking at helps me out a lot with this particular set of tubes. If you have something like L3 Harris, you know, thin filmed or filmless, you're not going to have as much issue with not being able to collect, you know, that good light. Another thing that this helps out with this mount is indoor use. Tilt this thing up, hit the ceiling, umbrella some of that light down for you and your team. If you're not wanting to point the beam directly in your direction of travel, you can always point it up. It hits the roof, it hits the ceiling, and projects some of that IR light back down. So the Shroud is a Ops Core Shroud. They've upgraded their bungee system. You know, on the other Ops Cores, they'd come out of these right here. Now they're built into the Shroud. You can hook them right into when you order the Ops Core. It's going to come with these little rings right here that you can put on your night vision. Take these clips off, hook them into those rings. You're good to go. Then you have a retention system for your night vision. So these, like I said, are RNVGs. Come from Gooning Gear LLC. They are Photonis Echo white phosphorus tubes. And then the wrap that you see here in Multicam Tropic is from Noctorum, I believe it's pronounced. All kinds of different patterns. They make them for all different, from PVS 14s, RNVGs, PVS 31s, whatever you want. They probably make a wrap for them. And all different camouflage patterns, whatever you want. Then the mount is a Wilcox G24 Breakaway mount. As of right now, this is about the best mount that you can get. I like it a lot. It has quite a bit of adjustability for it to get the night vision set for where you want them, as far as the height, the tilt, and in and out for your eyes. I like that quite a bit. Moving on to the back, running Ops Core amps for comms. These are right now probably one of the best headsets you can get, and putting them on the amp arms. Another good thing about these is when you buy them, like the old Peltors and stuff, you'd have to destroy the helmet band to mount them on your helmet. With these, they come with the band. You can put them right back. If you're not using them on your helmet, you can put them right back on the band for just wearing them with a ball cap or whatever on the range. So that's a huge plus. They're super clear, and I've just been a huge fan of them, blown away. They are extremely pricey, but you get what you pay for on those. Then the amp arms, best thing about those is you can pop these out, get some air to your ears. If you're not using them, rotate them and stow them on the back of the helmet. Or when you're ready to use them, just pop them in and you're ready to go to work. I got an S&S Precision V-Light right here. I never use this thing, but I got it. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's also disposable. It's one of those things you can't change the battery out in. I hardly ever use it, but it does exactly what it's supposed to. It lights up when you turn it on. It turns off when you turn it off. Moving on from there, Eog Counterweight. It's a 1 pound. It's different from, it does not ship with these, you know, lead weights that you can add to or take away from. It's just like a pouch filled with shaving, sand, whatever it is. So whatever weight you get, it's the weight you got. You can't add to or take away, but it has not been an issue. Same MS2000 strobe, male Velcro on the back of the strobe, stuck it on the Velcro that already comes on the helmet. So you can kind of tell a big difference between where we are right now and this older style helmet, or even just the one from the early 2000s. Huge improvements all the way around. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and drop them down in the comment section. We try to get to all of them. Thank you all for all your support. You guys have helped grow the channel. It's been crazy, and we appreciate it a lot. We hope to see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.